Hello, friends and loyal followers. Thank you to you who have recently joined my mailing list or this video. I'm going to talk to you today about this crazy activity in October. We've already had a lunar eclipse 2 weeks ago, and this morning, I'm speaking on Thursday the 3rd, the morning of Thursday the 3rd, we had a solar eclipse very early in the morning. So I'm going to talk to you about a solar eclipse, an extra moon revolving around our planet, and a comet, and a few other bits and pieces, including a little bit about the yoga retreat that I did last month. And you can see in my background that was what I looked at every day for 10 days. Isn't it beautiful? So as I said, this morning we had a solar eclipse. And so there will be endings and opportunities for new beginnings. A secondary moon appears for a few weeks. What does that mean? In the second half of October, a comet is expected. Is this the harbinger of change? Solar activity just continues. It's amazing. But you know, yoga can keep us balanced and grounded. Would you still do yoga at 93 years of age? From the movie, The Musical Mind, I note some commonalities in musical geniuses that might be of interest. Those are astrological commonalities, apart from the music. So let's talk first about this new moon, which occurred around 5 this morning. That's Thursday morning, the 3rd of October in Brisbane, or at Brisbane location anyway. And if you're not in Brisbane, perhaps adjust for your location. Traditionally, new moons are times of new beginnings and new projects. This time, the moon is between the sun and the earth, creating a partial solar eclipse and a very different energy. And this will be visible over Easter Island, I believe, or would have been visible over Easter Island and over the southern tip of South America. But, you know, just because we don't see it doesn't mean to say we can't feel its impact. This particular solar eclipse is close to the south node, a notional point in the ecliptic. South node, Mercury and Lilith. And so there will be endings and opportunities for new beginnings. The sun and moon are in Libra, 10 degrees. So check where that occurs in your chart to determine the area of your life that is likely to be impacted. You may feel it quite strongly, or you may not feel it at all, but others around you may. Being close to the south node in Libra, this eclipse affects relationships. Depending on which sector of your chart it falls, you are likely to experience the ending of some sort of relationship. And you know what? You're allowed to be sad. Understand that this is time for an ending of that which no longer serves, in order for you to make space for something new and better. At 10 degrees Libra, this eclipse is also close to Lilith, the black moon, encouraging shadow aspects of you to emerge, to be processed and released. We all have shadows, and it's time to review and release. We have a secondary moon at the moment. This Earth is being orbited by a little piece of galactic material from around the 30th of September until about the 24th, 25th of November. Amanda Ellis, whom I listen to from time to time, and you might like to check her out on YouTube, suggests that we may all be in for an automatic energy upgrade. Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? We know that the sun is very actively emitting energy, and the physics dictates that we as Earth creatures will have to be impacted in some way. And in order for humanity to manage the increased and changing solar energy, our individual bodies need to adjust. So this apparently happens when we sleep. So if you're feeling particularly tired, understand that your body is undergoing an auto energy upgrade. Just put yourself to bed and enjoy the sleep. This secondary moon appears to be an asteroid. And now I'm quoting from research notes. The clingy space rock is actually a near-Earth asteroid named 2024 PT5, which measures an estimated 33 feet, 10 meters wide, or about the length of a school bus. Snagged by Earth's gravity during an unusually close approach, this mini-moon is predicted to orbit our planet for just 57 days. On November the 25th, the asteroid will break free of Earth's influence and resume its regular orbit of the Sun without a chaperone. This is what the astronomers wrote in the journal Research Notes of the AAS. Close quote. So I've put more information related to that quote in the notes. So if you want to find out more, have a look at that Google reference or that internet reference. So more galactic activity. I told you October's a busy month. We're expecting a comet. That doesn't happen very often, does it? So Comet C/2023 space A3 is apparently currently visible with the naked eye in the morning sky in Australia and Aotearoa, New Zealand, with its best yet to come in the next few weeks. Close quote. And check out more information on the conversation. And again, I've put the link in the notes. So I understand it may be visible to the naked eye in this early morning if you are in Australia or New Zealand, and later in October, apparently it becomes visible in the evening sky. And just remember, the ancients believed that comets were the harbingers of significant Earth changes. As we know, our world is changing rapidly on so many levels as part of a galactic adjustment. So it's impossible to accurately predict the actual trajectory of the comet, never mind its possible effect on the Earth. I suggest you watch, observe, and react with consciousness. Breathe, and then respond. Last month, I was in Bali, so I'm just going to quickly run through a few comments about the trip I had in Bali to refresh my yoga skills. I went to participate in a 10-day yoga retreat in Cinnamon Village in the southeast of Bali. And it was like an oasis in the middle of the rice fields. You know, see the picture behind me. My fellow yogis were mostly older folk who are very experienced yoga practitioners, and many are teachers. Clive Sheridan, a wise senior yogi, had led the retreat. And Clive has a long history of conducting retreats in India and many other countries over the last 30 years. He was a fun leader. I really enjoyed his energy. Our days included pranayama, breathing exercises, meditation, philosophy, and of course, physical activity. You know, yoga is not all about physical activity, but we did some of that. It was amazing for me to be in a group of people, most of whom were easily able to do headstands with variations and then some more. Wow, I'm used to being able to do the headstand with a few, but this was wonderful. I loved it. Every morning there was silence until lunchtime and then we had 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, which were silent all day. It's a weird experience, eating in silence, but with company. So you're going, making facial and hand gestures, bit fun. So with 10 days of a different daily routine, this creates an opportunity to shift, change, adjust something in my daily routine. So I'm asking myself, what do I want to change and how can I put that into my usual daily routine? It's easier said than done. I have seem to have so much going on. I'm sure you do too. One of the many takeaways is the pranayama, better known as breathing techniques. So my plan is to be sharing a short course online early next year. Proper breathing is so important. You know, on a physical level, you may have a broken leg or lacerations that need stitching. But if you can't breathe, it doesn't matter what your injuries are. On the spiritual level, being able to consciously engage with effective and powerful breathing techniques gives us the ability to change so many of our responses to the stuff that's going on around us and choose the most useful response we can. So take a breath. I have many amazing ladies in my chair yoga class. There's a few men as well, but most of my class are ladies. 5 of the ladies are over 90. Margaret will be 97, I think, later this month. All of them can balance in their unique versions of warrior. So they're balanced on both feet and arms out, not holding onto anything. Amazing. Do you think you'd be able to do that when you're 90? Betty celebrated her 93rd birthday last week by skydiving. Would you go skydiving? Would you choose to celebrate your birthday in this way? I think she's amazing. We have amazing people around us. I have mentioned in previous newsletters about the grandmother's retreat, which was scheduled for the first weekend in December. And it promised to be an amazing weekend. Unfortunately, this event has been rescheduled to a date to be fixed early next year. And remember, from a business perspective, if the ladies didn't get enough commitment from to get the numbers they needed, they had to sort of say, not running it. So if you're interested, next time it's advertised and you really want to go, please express your commitment early so we can get it up and going. It will be a great experience. And it's meant for women, 55 plus. Musical Mind is a movie that my friend Jill and I went to see last week as guests for a guest screening. And it was really interesting to glimpse into the minds of musical genius. The stars were David Heathcote, Daniel Johns, Simon Tedeschi, and Ben Folds. Now, from an astrological perspective, it's been interesting to check out their charts. As expected, there are significant Piscean and Neptune energies in all their charts. And this energy provides them with that otherworldly vision or inspiration, which enables them to be inspired and extremely imaginative on the physical level, manifesting for them as musical performance. David, Simon, and Daniel have very strong Taurus energy also, indicating the connection to a physical rhythm and sound and the ability to go to ground the musical energy. And I'll spend some more time checking out these energies in these men's charts. Very interesting for me. I enjoyed the movie and the variety of music. You know, they all play very different music. And maybe you'd like to check it out. David Heathcote is now in his 70s and is quite involved in the local youth orchestra. What a treasure for them to have this eccentric and talented man to play piano with them and allow them to perform pieces they wouldn't otherwise be able to play. Now remember that Libra, we're in the energy of Libra, is about balance and relationships, especially one-on-one relationships. Libra is ruled by Venus, governing all matters of beauty and artistic appeal. So do review your relationships and make adjustments where they are needing rebalancing. Or maybe making the effort to have that coffee date, or maybe a special night with your intimate partner. Just check in with you. And finally, enjoy the unique and changing energies of October. Do have new projects in mind, which we do with the new moon, but understand that your energy may well be best spent managing the changes that present for you. Remember, we can't change what happens, but we have control over how we respond. Remember to breathe. Share this with anyone who might be interested, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.